Good morning. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about sleep. Sleep is such an important part of a child's academic success. A lot of times parents ask me, how much sleep should my child get? Well, a child that is aged kindergarten through about 6th grade should get anywhere from 10 to 12 hours of sleep. That sounds like a lot, and it is. The reason it is that students need to have that amount of sleep because their bodies are growing, and that's the time for their bodies to heal and to grow and to nurture itself in readiness for the next day. If you think about 10 to 12 hours of sleep, what that means is that if your child needs to get up around 7:30 in the morning, backwards plan that out, and your child would need to go to bed around 8:30 at night. For our teenagers, they need anywhere from 8.5 to 9.5 hours of sleep. So that average of 9 hours is about right. So again, if you want them to wake up at around 7 o'clock in the morning, they would then need to go to sleep around 9:30 at night. I do recommend that you think about your teenagers needing a little bit more time in the morning to get ready. As teenagers, their bodies are growing and they're changing quite a bit, as we know. And so that sleep is very essential for them. Their biological clock is a little bit different at this time, and their bodies are telling them to sleep longer in the morning. So again, you want to plan for that and give them that extra time in the morning to just wake up and let their biological clock adjust in readiness for the school day. There are different things to think about in preparing for sleep each night. Studies show that children thrive on routines, and that routine is inclusive of a bedtime routine. So think about what kinds of routines you could have in your household. You might want to include a snuggle bunny. Something to snuggle with is very soothing and relaxing, and that's for children, but even for some teens, they have that familiarity of sleep associated with the snuggle bunny. Another good tip is to include reading. Reading a nighttime story, again, all children, even some of us adults, this is a great way to relax the brain and lull us into that sleep so that we can fall into sleep and sleep soundly. Some other parts of the routines might include having a bath or a glass of warm milk. Those, again, are soothing things that calm us down and get us ready for that sleep. Leave enough time before you go to bed to build in for that routine. Limit food and drinks that might have caffeine in them. Don't watch TV in your room, or don't have a TV in your room if that at all is possible. It's very stimulating to watch TV, which reminds me, a lot of students like to play video games before they go to bed. Video games are very engaging and exciting, and that could cause our brain to really ramp up, thus making it very difficult to fall asleep. Another tip is all about the cell phones. Cell phones are very engaging and, to be honest, a little bit addictive. So we do recommend that you have your child or teen make sure that they're charging it in another room outside of their bedroom. A lot of teens like to tell me, oh, but I need to charge it and I want it in my bedroom. My alarm is on my cell phone. That's a little bit counterintuitive. Anytime that those other types of alarms, the texts or the tweets or all those other things that happen on a cell phone, it's very engaging and it makes you want to look at it, thus stimulating your brain and making it hard to go to sleep. So put those cell phones in another room. Buy one of those old-fashioned alarm clocks. Those work just as well. Also, exercise. It's very tempting to tell your child, let's run around, and you think that way that'll exhaust them so that they'll fall into sleep. Actually, exercise releases all those exciting endorphins and might ramp you up a little bit, thus making it harder to fall asleep. If you are going to exercise, which is also another healthy thing to do, we recommend that you do it in the early afternoon or early evening. And again, leave enough time after that exercise for the body to calm down in readiness for sleep. Use use your bed, just for sleeping. A lot of kids like to do their homework or other activities on their bed. The bed should be associated with sleep only. Thus, when you lie down on it, your body is telling yourself, oh, this is the place to go to sleep, and you will have a much better chance of falling to sleep. Students that get enough sleep do much better in school. Lack of sleep leads to crankiness, inability to focus, lack of retention, and all of those things that make it hard to be successful in school. So think about sleep, think about those routines, and get that snuggle bunny in readiness for sleep. This is Moments with Molly. Thanks for joining me today.